Yes, I already dinged. Good morning! Welcome back to the Osu Mania Long Note Tournament number 4, the one and only Osu Mania Long Note Tournament that exists right now, but I guess there are probably going to be more tournaments in the future because, well, the hosts of this tournament are probably going to there's probably not going to be in the OMLN4 per se, but who knows? Maybe from other hosts or something. Anyways, I digress. Welcome to the matchup between JayLye and konkawe. This is the first. This is the first match of the weekend, and this is in the losers bracket. And we already went through the protects and bans. The protects are Coordination 1, the Logan release, and a wildcard. I forgot what the wildcard was, but without further ado, first pick, Tetsun Trip. I'm Patrick, I will be commentating Pitawachi.
Hello, hello. Looks like we've got a bit behind schedule, but it's still gonna be quite a good match regardless, I think. We've already got started here, and I'm very excited for this one. JayLye versus konkawe, a very, very hype matchup in my opinion, but they are starting with Coordination 3. I did not get to see who picked this, but let's see. What I remember, this map has a lot of those long note jacks in them, and they're quite fast, so let's see how these players fare there.
Yeah, it's almost 300 BPM already, so it's like pretty high stakes at this point. So pretty anchory, jacky, shieldy structure here, which konkawe pretty much is very much comfortable at. JayLye not so far behind, but still a fair amount. It's gonna take a fair amount of effort or either a miss from konkawe for JayLye to catch up.
Yeah, konkawe already at 99.77, and they're holding quite well. About 4,000 points from what I can tell in the lead is konkawe, but JayLye is still holding on fairly well. It's just a matter of if the last third of this map, is there going to be a miss being found?
Yeah, for now, the full combo is intact on both sides, and I feel like the coordination picks are a lot about consistency and just keeping your focus, and especially since we are in finals, and full combos still do matter at some point, but like misses are way more likely to happen at this point of the tournament because the maps are intense. But yeah, in any case, konkawe gonna keep teetering between 99.75 and 99.8. But JayLye, just a catastrophe happens on their end. It's gonna be a miss, the first miss of the match. A relatively clean miss towards the end, not gonna affect that score too much. They were on the trend towards a 985k, I would say, but 979k, not too bad of a score, but still gonna be behind konkawe in terms of accuracy.
Yeah, still though, 99.77, 992k from konkawe. A very, very nice opening statement from them. Let's see how things go for the next pick, and I wonder what will be picked here.
That's going to be immediately transitioning into Variations on Transcendence, the original song of the pool. And that's also going to be one of the wild cards. And wild cards are a pretty interesting section of the map pool. They're starting to be really physical, especially compared to the coordination and technical picks.
Still though, it's a pretty interesting map, I have to say. Judging from what I saw on the showcase, though, it's quite hard. So again, I feel like a lot of this pool is already like close, if not even higher than MWC Grand Finals. So yeah, let's take it away with this one, Wild Card 1, the original song.
Yeah, like the level of this map pool is basically MWC Grand Finals, but like do keep in mind that MWC as an environment is a team tournament, so it relies on three players per team. So like the skill cap is aimed pretty much lower than what individual players can do. This is why like finals is that hard.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, we are only in finals week, so prepare to get even harder maps than that in the next week. But let's not focus on that for now. Let's see, konkawe and JayLye, actually, they're both quite neck and neck in terms of score, but the accuracy lead for konkawe is going to be quite apparent at the intro.
Yeah, only slight accuracy advantage, but this is only the intro, just at the warm up before the actual hell unleashes in the rest of the map.
Again, still only a quarter of the way in, but 99.87 dropping a tiny bit for konkawe. 99.75 is JayLye, trailing by just around 1,000 points. It's extremely close right now, but we get into this first extremely technical burst patterns, and still neither player finding a huge drop in terms of accuracy, but the score lead has grown substantially to around 1,600 points.
Yeah, konkawe a lot more susceptible to dropping accuracy in this pick than the coordination one before. So JayLye definitely has a window of opportunity to catch up, because like the gap is below 0.1%. That's a way closer than what we saw in coordination 3.
Yeah, konkawe still is holding on though, and as we reach to this break section, we have to wonder how the ending is going to go for both of these players. JayLye still only around 0.09% of accuracy behind, but is climbing as we speak.
Yeah, it's all up to a combo break to happen on konkawe's side, but we know that konkawe is fairly consistent. In terms of combo, at least, we'll have to see how it goes in terms of accuracy, because both konkawe and JayLye have respectively dropped to their first decimal at this point.
Oh, we're going into the outro, but JayLye finds a couple 200s there at the burst, dropping them to low 99.7. The score lead has increased to 3,500-ish points for the right side, and the outro, it's quite bursty, but JayLye and konkawe still holding combos.
Yeah, konkawe does drop below 99.8, but JayLye does drop the same amount of accuracy, so nothing changes in terms of the situation, and there's less and less chances for JayLye to catch up as the song ends.
992 again from konkawe, and actually the 200 counts were extremely similar, but the ratio difference is what did JayLye in. Well, these scores are still quite insane though, regardless.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is going to be the first breakpoint from konkawe on JayLye's pick. Like, JayLye was very comfortable on this pick in particular, so that really explains why JayLye opted for this pick. Like, 989 is really, really decent to have on a finals pick.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but that 992k causing a breakpoint for konkawe. Let's see what that's going to do for the rest of the tournament, how that's going to play out with that 2-point advantage for Konkawe right now. And looks like we are getting Wild Card 3 as the next pick.
Yeah, that is going to be the protect of JayLye? Wait. Okay, I'm slightly confused. So that was konkawe's pick before.
This is JayLye's pick now, yes?
Yeah. So the pick before was konkawe's. So it was not the break point. Like the very first pick is like the break point that happened. Okay.
Okay, confusion's out of the way. Let's get into the map of Afflict. Alright.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot speedier than the previous wildcard. So going to see how this affects either player. JayLye already kind of substantially behind konkawe in terms of accuracy. Not a good sign of things to come, but we'll see if the combo holds on either side.
Yeah, score gap wise though, only about 1,000, which has been a recurring theme with these picks. The early game sits comfortably for konkawe, but only just by around 1,000 or so points. And actually though, at the very intro with that inverse section, my apologies, JayLye did find a couple of 200s there at the very beginning, which is why their accuracy is only around 99.59 as opposed to konkawe's 99.7. But they are still quite close with only 1/3 of the map already completed. It's still quite fast though. Something's gonna happen here. I just don't know what.
Yeah, I feel like the trend of JayLye is a lot more like stable than konkawe. konkawe does drop a fair amount of accuracy. Like the gap has already gotten closer than before, like what we saw in the beginning of the pick itself. So we are inching towards the halfway point, and since this pick is only halfway done, anything can happen in the second half.
Yeah, okay, we're halfway in. The gap has slowly risen to around 2,000 points, which is quite a lot considering the map itself is quite fast in comparison. But still, we have to worry about the misses, the potential combo breaks here on either side here. Okay, neither player is struggling on the inverse section there this time around, but JayLye has climbed up a bit to 99.6, just about. The issue is we are running out of time for JayLye here, and konkawe is still comfortably holding that 99.72. Is this something was gonna go wrong?
Oh no, not the combo break coming from JayLye. Unfortunate, so unfortunate.
No. The first miss of this match, and it comes from JayLye, who is trailing, which is not a good sign at all. That's not what you want to see. But it was still quite clean. But
yeah, honestly, honestly, I want to say like JayLye did definitely have a substantial chance at this, but like look at konkawe's the consistency on the finals map was like pretty insane.
Oh my goodness, konkawe still, they climbed accuracy, albeit 0.01%, but it's still a climb nonetheless. JayLye still holding, but they find another drop right at the outro, or the last 10% even of the map. As they get to the last portion here.
Oh, we have a miss coming from
Another
konkawe,
miss.
the first miss from konkawe in this match.
Oh my god, that was a roller coaster.
Yeah, honestly, like Konkawe did definitely still hold the advantage throughout the entire pick, but that scare from the ending just shows how the map will scales for each and one of the players, and that's definitely information that their prospective opponent can gather. There's always there's still the other side of the losers bracket, which is comprised of Mewtwo versus Squiddy, or also known as Spanner Dude.
Also, how do you miss on a map this hard but still get 986.9k?
The map is long. It has a lot of notes, and at this point, all of the maps have a lot of notes. So when you have a lot of notes, the accuracy contributes a lot to the score. So
Yeah, fair point,
yeah.
fair point. It's still just absurd to me though. Like both of these players, even with the misses, are so wildly consistent on maps like this that it just blows my mind that even with those like combo breaks, they're getting these absurd scores regardless. Anyway, we have now chosen the next pick here by Konkawe. I believe this is Coordination 1, and this is one of the only maps I've actually tried of this tournament, and my god, this is the hardest 5-star I've ever played.
I mean, the OD9 contributes a lot to the difficulty, but also like the erratic release patterning, and I feel that's a pretty risky pick from Konkawe, just not really knowing what JayLye can provide to the table here in terms of accuracy. But right now, it seems like a good choice so far.
Yeah, so far so good for Konkawe. The accuracy is quite absurd from him, actually. 99.86, albeit it's still the intro, but again, OD9 coordination, very slow coordination, that is, but it's still coordination nonetheless.
Yeah, look at Konkawe's hit window error here. It's like a lot more centered than JayLye right now, which is
A bit of a cause for concern, might I add.
yeah, cause for concern for JayLye definitely, but we'll have to see how the second half affects either of the player, because the second half is also like a lot more prone to chokes, and since there are a lot less notes in this pick, like any miss is going to be a lot more crucial for either of the players.
Yeah, even with this inverse, it's so scary. It's the nerves is gonna probably play a big part in these slower maps, but this is probably one of the only slow maps in this pool. So yes, we're already past halfway through the map and still 400k score. That's very cool game.
Yeah, Konkawe is still above 99.80 somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah, that is. Are we sure this guy is human?
Okay, drop below 99.8, but still 99.79 is just.
It's otherworldly.
Unfathomable. It's just unfathomable to get on this pick in particular. Like, what? Why?
JayLye holding 99.4, 47, dropping a tiny bit there in those semi-flam section, but that's still absurd. Even with those couple 200s coming out like every so often, you'd expect a map like this to cause a lot more of those, and yet both players holding over 99 is still crazy to me. But it's just Konkawe tanking this 99.7 accuracy like it's nothing.
Yeah, Konkawe on the trend to, again, another 992k probably. And JayLye is still a decent run, all things considered. Like, anything above 980k on this, like a really, really good score. And
991,792! There's two 200s from Konkawe!
Okay, sorry. What is this ratio and what is this like 200 count? Like, how do you damage control that much on this map? Like,
Sorry.
I don't even know, man.
5.5 8-to-1 ratio with 2 200s on OD9. That's OD9, man.
Yeah, JayLye right now calling 7-11 here because their situation is not super comfortable right now. 4-0, first to 7 is going to win the match. 3 points still remaining for konkawe. A comeback is still possible, but it's looking less and less likely because JayLye is in a accuracy disadvantage situation, so gotta strategize against that.
Yeah, looks like JayLye is gonna go check something for a bit, which can give us a bit of time to ponder what's gonna happen next. Interestingly, there's still a bunch of picks that haven't been picked yet, obviously, as we are only 4 maps in, but in a best of 13, they've only really been exhausting the coordination and the wild cards, so I don't know what's the best course of action here. Interestingly, we still have 4 technical and density pick as one was banned. So, speaking of which, JayLye will be selecting technical 4 as their plan of attack here.
Yeah, I feel like JayLye is now like tackling the combo break angle of the map pool. Breach is very, very erratic and very much combo breakable. So it's up to JayLye to maintain their combo using their consistency that led them to the finals stage in the first place, and see if konkawe breaks in this pick.
Yeah, but let's see how they fare on something a lot less fun to play. Still, though, you have to imagine the pressure is on for JayLye to perform here, outperform konkawe even in a 0-4 deficit in a best of 13. But we will only be spectators to the masses, it seems.
Yeah, keep in mind that as the picks go on, the stamina from both of the players is going to deplete progressively, and I wonder if that's going to matter in the long run.
Yeah, if JayLye actually starts making a bit of a comeback here, I'm not saying you won't. there is a possibility of stamina becoming more and more of a factor that we have to consider for both of these players, because that means a lot more chances to miss on both sides. But for now, we are still over around 1,000 points of difference as we go to the first quarter.
Oh yeah, it's actually looking close here, but JayLye is going to drop a fair amount of accuracy, going to increase the gap between the two players, unfortunately.
Okay, that's actually quite close still, even after this first little technical section. Only, again, 1,000 points of difference between the two, but the accuracy is always trending towards konkawe. And by a fair
It is coming close here. Oh my god. Oh, but JayLye is going to drop accuracy. Trade accuracy drops here between the two players, but konkawe drops below 99.6, and it is a window of opportunity here.
Oh my god, it's a lot more volatile, the situation here. Still, a 0.04% of difference of accuracy between the two players. But
JayLye overtakes for the slightest bit here.
Oh, the scores were flickering for a tiny bit. They still continue to swap back and forth in the blink of an eye. konkawe has held his accuracy lead for so long, but it's dwindled to 0.03%, the lowest we've seen so far as a deficit. However, we are running out of time. JayLye needs to hope for something to happen here. For konkawe, they need to keep on holding into the last quarter. Every single 200 matters now.
Yeah, from an underdog perspective. Oh, here we go. The window of opportunity for JayLye here.
That is catastrophic for konkawe. Oh my days. The accuracy is still quite good for him, but the miss is going to delay that progression back by so far. JayLye looks like they will be taking their first point on Technical 4 with a very nail-biting ending.
Jesus Christ, let's compare the accuracy. Konkawe is still the
Holy
legendary ratio, but more 200s, and that is where JayLye can probably strike in terms of strategy here.
Oh, the gears are turning for JayLye. The technical picks seem to be Konkawe's undoing, but we don't have enough data to really confirm that hypothesis.
Oh, Konkawe in the match chat complaining about the map being hard.
Very hard.
We are in finals. And finally, the maps are getting to the players. We are finally hurting the
people
Titans.
struggling.
And this is a fast one. This is the fastest of all of the map. We are at 256 BPM. But likely pattern, however.
I forgot how fast this map is. The Quad A song that is 256 BPM density long notes. I mean, at some point it does kind of have to play like rice, right? But the ACK department is the real question here.
Also, Konkawe is also very good at rice, so JayLye definitely not looking super confident on this one, but who knows? But if JayLye can at least scale to his pick, it's definitely still possible to catch up, but we'll have to see how it works out.
So far, so good here. Again, the trend shows a very minuscule lead for Konkawe, but they do find the mistake! And a nasty one at that. Look at the UR. A very early hit, it seems, that causes a very massive drop to 99.2 for Konkawe. JayLye holding the 99.68 has dropped a tiny bit there as well right before the break. But it's still quite substantial for Konkawe to come back from.
Yeah, like at this speed, if you miss anything, you run the risk of like running into the hit window of the next node, and that's how you like quote-unquote column lock. But that is like not the column lock that we knew in like 2020 or so.
Yeah, it is a bit different from back in the day. JayLye has dropped a bit more. Konkawe actually really interesting climbing to 99.5, but 99.2 earlier. The accuracy is insane from Konkawe, but we are still only halfway through this map.
Yeah, JayLye in a really good trend here. Like 99.64 still in the full combo is like really solid to contend against Konkawe here.
5,000 points now is the difference between JayLye and Konkawe. JayLye still holding the FC. We are a third of the way left into the song. Konkawe climbing slowly but surely back up to the 99.58, 59 now even, and only just behind JayLye even with the miss, but that's still a miss. There has been 0 from JayLye so far. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, honestly, if JayLye drops anything, it's game over here at this point.
JayLye has to hold into the outro.
Yeah, still the outro left. Holding my breath.
Clenching my fingers together. This is so nerve-wracking, but I'm not even the one playing and JayLye takes it.
And here we go. We are battling below 90k finally between some of the best players in the world here. Similar 200 counts. Still a better ratio coming from Konkawe overall, but that blunder in the beginning is what undid them for this pick in particular. That is going to be a pretty decisive break point for JayLye here. They need every single point they can get.
Yeah, and actually, it was a 0-4 scoreline at the start, but now JayLye has been making a little bit of a comeback. I don't want to say anything too early though. But they are going to continue with their plan. JayLye will now be picking more of the technical options to try and catch konkawe off guard. It worked before. Let's see how it works the second time around.
Yeah, it kind of depends on the individual picks themselves as well. So picking technical one, some like the next volatile type of technical pick here is definitely looking good, and I feel like JayLye is probably going to go for technical 2 next. Technical 3 being the most consistent type of technical in the map pool.
Alright, let's see how this one goes about. Here we go, map number 7 between these two players. We have a technical pick once again, which should in theory favor JayLye, but we don't know until the results screen show, so we can't call too early.
Yeah, of course we have an intro to kind of display the raw accuracy of konkawe. But JayLye is like not too far behind either.
The funny pattern, as I like to call this map.
Yeah, it's a really funny map overall. JayLye not gonna be too far behind from konkawe. It's definitely a challenger in this pick.
Still, konkawe holding a bit of a lead once again. The trend has continued for so long that it could probably be not even considered a trend anymore. Maybe it's just how things work around here, but still, as we get into this slow section, konkawe is a whole 0.1% above JayLye, and we still have 2/3 of the map left.
Yeah, I feel like for the remainder of this match, konkawe is probably going to have the ratio advantage no matter what, but it's all coming down to the 200s and the miss counts here, which JayLye does seem to have more locked down. Oh, but here, let's go see what happens on the anchors.
Oh, those triple mini LN jacks there. Those are kind of brutal, especially when they're nested in between the other long notes. It's so annoying to play, but still konkawe and JayLye are holding quite well, but it appears JayLye has dropped in terms of accuracy below the 99.5 threshold as we go to the last half.
Yeah, actually, surprisingly enough, konkawe is going to damage control those anchors better than JayLye did. So perhaps those anchors are a weakness point from JayLye more than it is for konkawe, unfortunately. So yeah, the pick from JayLye not necessarily paying up for now.
The bursts aren't catching either of these players off guard.
Oh, as you say that.
Oh no, that actually was kind of close, but they both hold on.
Yeah, still holding from konkawe here, despite the accuracy drop here.
Oh, that's a bit of a nasty drop from JayLye, actually dropping below the 99.4 threshold. A bigger score lead now for konkawe, around 7,500. As we get to the outro.
Yeah, this is how brutal finals is for JayLye. Like, especially at OD 8.2, here's like definitely a lot to take in terms of accuracy. And konkawe is definitely a lot more, I would say, familiar with high ODs, as we saw on Coordination 1.
Not quite 990, just a 989 from konkawe this time, but still another point to konkawe and 2 away from taking this match in general. Credit where credit's due, though. JayLye did pretty well.
Yeah, honestly, 980 versus 989 is like a really good finals performance from JayLye, and honestly, like coming into this tournament, I did not expect JayLye to scale up to finals, but here we are. JayLye has gotten 2 points against konkawe and gotten some really decent scores all around.
Yeah, if you're JayLye here, you really can't be mad at yourself. You did so well to make it this far, even scoring a couple of points against someone who is theoretically a higher seed. So we are going to another wild card pick again. This is probably konkawe's bread and butter at this point, judging from the scores earlier. However, anything can happen, and I don't want to curse whatever does happen. So
Yeah, Last Journey is a very special wildcard. It is fairly technical for a wildcard, so might be prone to combo breaks, especially looking at konkawe here, because we know that konkawe has the accuracy advantage, so it's all up to, well, I think that's client. I hope that's client.
doesn't look to be it, but I feel like it is.
Maybe we'll have to see how it goes.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that was planned.
There, it's back to normal, guys. All back to regular scheduling. konkawe back to holding a tiny, basically insignificant lead at the moment.
Yeah, honestly, JayLye is still in a challenger position against konkawe on this pick in particular. Rising up to 99.70, still very decent, but we still have the rest of the pick to go through. The biggest opportunity for JayLye here is going to be a combo break coming from konkawe once again. But accuracy drops are also another window of opportunity here.
And yet, it's still quite close. JayLye
Oh no.
Every whole drop there. That was not.
Oh, the trades!
But konkawe gets the trade, but it's a lot cleaner on their side. JayLye has to hope for something insurmountable to happen for themselves, because konkawe holding 99.7 like that miss did absolutely nothing to them.
Yeah, unfortunately, konkawe is going to stabilize their accuracy around 99.7 despite the combo break. And looking into the last third of the map, there definitely needs to something to happen to konkawe. Once again, a miss coming from konkawe here. Definitely a window of opportunity, but it's still really clean.
Yeah, the score lead has dropped from 9,000 to around 5,300 as it has it, but JayLye, not again! Another miss, but a lot cleaner than the first one. Oh dear, that is sad. That is quite sad.
Yeah, no, this pick is very challenging. One of the most challenging, perhaps, in the pool. So, like, showcased by both of those players. It's going to be a 973 versus 983k. So the gods are bleeding. The gods are bleeding. but konkawe did not bleed enough for JayLye to catch up. And JayLye did not survive, did not damage control enough for him to catch up to konkawe here. Going to be the match point for konkawe 6-2.
What? JayLye's finger got stuck.
Oh no.
That's
Just that
tragic.
finger. Yeah, at high speeds, it's definitely more prone to happen. Accidents happen in the finals.
Well, it's JayLye's pick, but it's konkawe's match point. I have to say, chances are dwindling, slowly but surely for JayLye, but we mustn't get rid of all our hope just yet.
Yeah, I guess this is the time to use the timeout for JayLye here. Up against the corner here, so definitely a good occasion to use the timeout, if any. That's probably the last, perhaps the last opportunity to use the timeout here.
Hey, JayLye could need all the breaks he can get. He needs a breather, a reset, just to try and take down this god that is konkawe. But even gods can bleed, as we can see.
Yeah, let's look at the remaining picks here. We have Hakai, which is a really hard coordination with a lot
of being picked though.
Yeah, like Hakai is fairly challenging, but also really chokeable because some of the anchor and gimmicky structures that this timing hell provides. Technical 2, very hard. Technical 3, pretty consistent, but pretty stamina draining at this point of the match. Wildcard 4, anti-safety zone, very jacky. So perhaps a tool that JayLye can use if they're comfortable with jacky structures. Density 3, fairly inversey. So another aspect of the map.
It's Hakai!
Oh, it's Hakai. We're having Hakai tonight.
Okay, I was not expecting it, but if JayLye thinks that he can struggle a lot less than konkawe here, I don't think it's the worst pick.
Yeah, I mean, if JayLye can sustain the combo on this one and can hope for a konkawe combo break, this could be it. This could be good.
This is just Setsuna trip, but make the jacks somehow worse.
Yeah, add some graces, add some anchors. It's pretty much the same BPMs, a lot more. I would say broken in terms of structure. Setsuna trip was a lot more sustained and stamina draining, especially.
Well, both players actually quite lower on in the accuracy than I expected them. However, konkawe still, again, following the I'm gonna have an early lead over JayLye in every pick that has been played so far.
Yeah, the accuracies are actually pretty close between the two players as konkawe drops some more accuracy to make us have heart attacks here. Overtaken by JayLye here in this instant.
The accuracies are just about neck and neck. It's actually tied at the moment, but the jacks here could cause issues for both players. JayLye!
No!
The 4-note break there. Oh dear me, that's a third of the map in, and we find our first break.
Yeah, it is a fairly clean miss coming from JayLye, sorry. But yeah, if konkawe trades that miss in return, there's definitely still a chance. But no, the other miss is going probably to put another nail in the coffin potentially.
Is this it? How has konkawe sealed the deal by holding on for this long? JayLye fighting 2 misses in quite a more sections as well. That is not what you want to see on your last legs.
Yeah, JayLye is on their last leg here. The second miss was a lot dirtier than the first one, so gonna hope for something to happen to konkawe here.
But so far, he isn't phased. Nothing has been shown to stop this man so far, besides the technicality of some picks. However, as we get into this pseudo technical inverse section here, for a slow part of the song, it's quite a change of pace, but...
Yeah, can recover their stamina here, but not necessarily a lot because they still have to like nail the accuracy before we go into the chorus once again.
This KI section is so brutal. With 10,000 points in the lead, konkawe still holds on to their full combo against JayLye.
Let's go for the pitch up here.
Both players. I think it's done. konkawe has done it.
And konkawe has done it with another full combo in this map pool. And yeah, like this pool is hard. konkawe is not getting 990k on this pick, but konkawe is still getting a full combo, which is valuable information for their prospective opponent on the other side of the losers bracket. But yeah, we are closing. We're going to be closing with 7-2 for konkawe in this match, but well fought from JayLye here. Still managed to get 2 points of their own in this map pool.
Yeah, both players did amazingly, but at the end, konkawe shows why they are a force to be reckoned with going into, you know, the final weeks of this tournament. This is, again, quite an astonishing display of skill from both of them, but JayLye did very, very well. It was not as one-sided as the scoreline may show. This really doesn't give it justice. JayLye may only have scored twice, but it was extremely close for most of it.
Yeah, let's look at the resulting brackets here. I was talking about the other side of the losers bracket. That is the other side of the losers bracket. Miyuchi versus Squiddy, also known as Paradude, going to be fighting tonight. That is going to be the next match on the line here. And tomorrow we are going to resolve the conditional that results from there. Either konkawe versus Miyuka or konkawe versus Spenny Dude.
Yeah, that's gonna be a very, very interesting match in the next couple hours. And let's also talk about the winners finals match there between Nepijin and Pavin. Two names who probably don't need any introduction, but we'll have to wait and see for both of these upcoming matches. So once again, congratulations to JayLye for making it this far, and konkawe for moving on to the losers grand finals, was it? Or finals? And
yeah, finals, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you for the correction. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Any last words from you, Fatu?
Yeah, well, if I can speak about Nepijin versus Pavin, I feel like it kind of depends on whether Nep and Pavin are actually scaling to this map pool, because like everyone in this tournament kind of scales differently. Like even the gods can scale differently depending on the picks, so can definitely still be really interesting matchups coming up. So look forward to those, and we'll see you for the next one.